So think about this idea. All disruptive innovation in the past came about because of governments or large corporate labs. And now for the first time, as an individual anywhere has access to the technologies, today any entrepreneur can enter a legacy domain with a beginner's mind, apply new technologies, and totally disrupt the status quo. Elon has no experience in the space, energy, or car sectors, and yet he's created market leaders in all of them. Right? Here's another example. This is one of our alumni, Emiliano Cargiman. He's Argentinian. He's been voted by our faculty the most likely to actually impact 1 billion people. And what he's doing is launching nanosatellites that are about the size of a shoebox. Once he has a mesh cluster of them up in low Earth orbit, he's going to be able to provide real-time video, real-time video anywhere in the world to a 1-meter resolution. Okay? His first 3 satellites have already launched. And typical to our pattern, he had no experience in the space sector before he did this. And part of the reason this is so disruptive, he told me confidentially, please don't tweet this out if you don't mind, he's put into every one of his satellites a hyperspectral imaging sensor, meaning that from space he can detect any molecule on the ground. So you can look at a field and say, those are the nutrients missing in that field if you want to grow crops. You can look at the ship in the ocean and say, that's the composition of the pollution coming off the back of the boat. Right? And real-time video means, like, we'll never lose another Malaysian airliner again. And so unbelievable implications just from this one capability. His system will be live sometime next year. It'll cost about $200 million to have the whole network up and running. Okay? Think about the billions we spent on Iridium and other satellite systems as a result. Millions of times better cost price performance as a result. One more example. Today you can get $100 headsets that give you quite a good fidelity readout as to what brainwave frequencies are going on in your brain. I don't know if you can see this. In the silhouette on the left is me wearing one of these headsets, and that's the readout for my brain. On the right is a guy called Will Henshaw. He's one of our alumni. He used to play guitar for the Eurythmics, the band from the 1980s. What Will is doing is composing music that when you play the music, it puts your brain in the zone. So if you need to focus on writing software or studying or a spreadsheet, etc., you literally plug into this Pandora-type service, and your brain goes into a focused state. Okay? This is my brain before and after he plays the music. You can see my brain is flooded with alpha waves, which indicates I'm in a deep focused state. Right? So think about how disruptive that is. If you're the CEO of Red Bull, you need to be really worried about this. Right? But you won't see it coming. Right? You think your competition's from 5-Hour Energy or some of these other energy drinks. Actually, it's coming from things like this. And I call this the orthogonal effect of information, where an unexpected development in one area will totally disrupt another. We actually had the CEO of Illy Coffee, the Italian coffee company, at one of our programs, and he started swearing in Italian from the back when he saw this. We said, are you okay? And he said, no, if people start using this, they'll drink less coffee. Right? And so he wouldn't have thought to track this before, and now he really knows he has to track this to see how the adoption looks like. By the way, he's now making wine. I don't know if we had anything to do with that. He's stopped doing the coffee business.